Welcome back to the channel, guys. Yep, we're doing another vintage collection figure, the Mandalorian Greef Karga figure. I've had these for like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and I waited to do a review on them. So I figured I'd get him and Leia done today. As you can see here, this is a really good look at Greef Karga. I like this figure a lot. I'm not sure how I'm going to like that cape much, but we will see it. The artwork's great. It's perfectly lit, unlike Leia. As you see here, he's got this. He is VC185. He shares the similar characters that Leia had on her back of her card. All right, guys, so we're going to take a look at his gun here. Very thin, very cheap feeling, but it does the job. It's got a minor bit of detail in there. It's not bad. I don't know how accurate to the movie that is, but I'm pretty sure they did a good job on it for a toy. Now, usually I wedges in here, but it seems like they want to make these handles so big now. Sometimes it's a little work getting the gun in there. I like the shoulders too, instead of just going, oh, here's the weapon and that. Sorry if you guys can't see. Yeah, the fit, it's so rubbery feeling. Okay, so there you go. And you can see that. It looks nice in hand, does job. Just wish there was a little more, I don't know, a little more detail, a little more love put into it. Okay, so as far as the figure, here we go. I do like the figure, but I don't really care for this cape thing. But before we get into that, let's get into his articulation. As you can see here, he's got a nice head sculpt. If you can see here, let me focus in for you guys. There you go. All right, so his head comes down this far. His head comes back that far. His tilt is amazing, which I like. I do like what they're doing with these figures a lot. He's got the black post in there. Oh no, actually he's got a red post in there. Unlike the Leia, which had that white one. So as far as his arms go, his arm can go up that far. And if you turn it around, you can get a little extra, but he's kind of hindered here by his, I don't know, cape? Gown? I don't know exactly what you would call it. He does have very good articulation. I noticed they put a little, like, swoop cut here, which really can get the arms up. So I like that because you can get him in a good holding a gun pose. Yeah, so I think they did a really good job at that there. As far as his arm does, spin at the elbow. He also has articulation down here in his hand. And he has the up and down on the right. And on the left hand, he's got the up and down as well. But, you know, sometimes they mix that up. So as far as his waist articulation, he goes back, I mean, moderately far, but it kind of sets back a little. So it's not that bad. Forward, not really much. He does have tilt, very good tilt, and turn if you wanted to twist them all around. There's nothing at the waist, unfortunately. As far as his legs go, he can go back, well, that far because it's a little hindered by what's back here. You guys can see that correctly? His leg goes forward about that far. I know you got to twist these around sometimes because you could see, you got to get it the right way to get it forward. Yeah, you're not going to get much because it is hindered by this. His shirt. As far as his tilt goes, he's got articulation on the top there, but he also has that thigh cut. His knee comes in this nice. Again, it's another curved cut. I really like what they're doing with that. I think that looks really nice, especially if he's like in a sliding pose or whatever pose you guys are doing out there. His foot comes back that far, which is great. Comes forward like that. And he's got that tilt that we like in there, which is really, really nice. Yeah, it's a nice figure. I just don't like this thing. And to be honest with you, I took it off and I kind of like the way it looks without it better. As you can see how the head goes, by the way, this is the pose. It's got kind of like, remember those like little balls, like glass disco balls? Yeah, it kind of looks like that a little bit. It's got all these like edges on it. So I like this figure a lot better like this. I can't remember what character it is. I think it's not Walrus Man, but the Snaggletooth. It kind of reminds me of that vintage Snaggletooth, the small one, not the blue snag, of course. I don't know what the color theme maybe it is, but I like this figure a lot better without that outfit, and I kind of wish it was, I kind of wish this was cloth, but first, just standing on the shelf goes, yeah, you don't want to shove this in there, by the way. Just for standing on the shelf, I think he looks perfectly fine like this. It's just doing action poses, it's going to hinder him a lot, because it's not the most flexible stuff, but then again, what can you really do? Because it just drapes over him. It doesn't like snap in any place, which would have been nice. Because then if you moved and articulated, it would have went with him. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. But as far as the figure goes, I'll give you guys a nice little look here. He's got a nice belt, and his clothing and all that is very well detailed. You can see the ribbing that they put on his outfit here. These are his pants and his holster, which is on the side here, his right side. And that is attached right into his gown or whatever he's got on. As far as the gun going in there, oh, does it even fit in there? Yeah, I don't get this. That's a really tight fit. It's almost like you got to flatten it down. I feel like you put it in there, it's going to break the gun. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, as far as that goes, that's just there for aesthetic. I really don't think that's a functional holster whatsoever. But I'll give you a look at his backside here. He's got all this nice detail and all that going on. And same with the back. He's still continuing that color theme that just reminds me of that original Snaggletooth. Yeah, so this is Greef Karga, guys. If you have any likes or dislikes about this figure, let me know. I feel like this is just a safe figure to put on your shelf. Looks like a little paint there. Maybe he's got that in the show and I'm just not recalling. So, yeah, if you guys could like, I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much.